So on our next step of the Tree of Life ascension process, we're going to come to this place. We're standing here at Geber and Hesed, and we're coming to this point where we're going to look to leap across into the supernal realm. But before we can leap across into the supernal realm, there's this thing here called the abyss. So on this pattern of the Tree of Life, usually it's a big gap, and there's no real Sephirah there that bridges the two different realms. So the abyss is this place where we feel separate from God, but we're not really separate. We're not separate from anything or anyone. We are all one. We are all interconnected. And yet our ego, our personality, this part of us that perceives from this physical body, feels it's separate, or it creates this illusion of separation. And so in that illusion of separation, we tend to project our fears, because now if something's outside of us, all of a sudden it's outside of our control. And if it's outside of our control, well, now what could it do to me, right? So we have this fear that starts to get generated in us, and we project that fear outside of us. But what happens here when we come in the journey of ascending the Tree of Life, we start to look at, well, what are those fears? We start to look those fears in the face, and by having the power and the love and the courage that is bolstered here with all of this lower part of the tree and all the work we've done up to this point, we're now ready to face those fears, and we're now ready to just keep moving forward and not let the fears stop us. So in the Ascension Journey now, the whole Ascension Journey on the Tree of Life is really building up to this final place where we feel strong enough with a foundation of self-knowledge, of self-awareness, and personal connection to the truth of who we are. And now we stand upon that, and we face those fears or those places where we think we're separate, and we now start to build a bridge across into the supernal realm, meaning into our godliness. We're rebuilding a bridge. And the way we do that, there's this hidden aspect of the tree. They call it a hidden Sephirah. It's not really a Sephirah, but it's a gateway. There's a gateway across the abyss, and it's called Da'at. And Da'at means knowledge, and in particular, it's hidden. So it's hidden knowledge. So there's this hidden knowledge about the self, hidden knowledge about the truth of who we are, about this universe, and our connection to the divine realm that gets opened up. And there's a very secret, very advanced, mystical, Kabbalistic process that we do in the final ascension up the Tree of Life to open up this gate of Da'at and build a bridge, build a connection across from the lower parts of the tree up into the supernal realm. And Da'at is about emptiness, right? It's about letting go of all those things that we've filled our cup with, all the things we think we know, all the things that we even might identify ourselves as from the past, and letting it all go, because anything that we create definition around with ourselves creates separation as well. So we know who we are, and yet we also have to walk in faith into the unknown. So Da'at is about really being able to step into the unknown and move across that in faith and into that connection to the divine again. And when you connect into that supernal realm again, it's like all possibilities are there. So you step into the unknown and everything becomes possible. So rather than fearing the unknown, we in Kabbalah, we move into it. We realize that there's a huge potential for recreating ourselves and recreating our lives as we ascend across the abyss. So in the next video, I'm going to describe for you, I'm going to share with you a bit about the Supernals. They're a little hard to capture in words because it's really about the essence and the feeling that they bring to you inside. But I'm going to do my best to share with you in the next video about some of the supernal energy.